So today I want to talk about Lily Tino's latest sports video. And once again, I want to talk about our instincts versus the linguistic manipulations that we are seeing from transgender cultists. So in this video, Lily Tino kind of fumbles around, doing a sort of parody mockery, basically being like, oh no, you know, trans women are so bad at sports, we couldn't possibly be a threat to women.
After all, we do have the biological advantage.
His biggest point being that this is some sort of a scare tactic that is being used against quote unquote trans women. Now, here's where the manipulation comes in. If we say, should men be in women's sports? The automatic answer is no. But the introduction of the word trans and the word woman introduces a empathy trap in which somehow we start to conceptualize men as something other than men. When we understand they are men, we understand why women have their own sports categories in the first place. This is for reasons of fairness and reasons of safety. Humans are a gonochoric species, meaning we have two distinct sexes. We are also a sexually dimorphic species, meaning that the male of the species is bigger than the female of the species. And if you do not believe me, go outside, take a general public survey of your area, and you will notice that on average, the males are bigger and stronger than the females in your vicinity. It does not take an expert to explain this to you. It only takes eyes in your head. And as always, I like to enlighten you with information. I highly suggest, in general, anyone who wants to know more about instincts, read about animals. Read about animal behavior. So this is a book. It talks a lot about animal behavior. It is called The Fairness Instinct. And this is ultimately a lot about reciprocity in communication, integrity in communication, and all of the different ways that fairness is an instinctual gut response in animals. Humans have been playing sports since we don't know how long, for ages. But we do know that the Olympics, for example, are 129 years old. Women were not allowed to compete. Sports were a male activity. Professional sports for the longest time have been male opportunities. And the whole reason things like Title IX were created in the United States was for women to have fairness of opportunity. Men, being bigger and stronger, are very athletically advantaged, and thus we see them excel at sports. And of course, women are also very athletic, but not when compared to men. Male physicality simply comes with hundreds of physical advantages, and this is due to how we have evolved over time and the kind of species that humans are. Males' hips, just their hips, their angle from hip to femur makes them much better at sports involving running and jumping. Their hands and feet are bigger. They have better grip strength. They are more advantaged in terms of lung and heart size. They have faster heat dissipation, better lung and blood oxygenation. They have faster muscle twitch fibers. They have so many numerous advantages, it is hard to even cover them all. So this great website, Boys versus Women, looks at high school boys. These are 15 to 17-year-old boys versus elite Olympic athletes, female athletes. And we can see that in nearly all cases, boys are more physically advantaged than women. Boys beat women's Olympic records all the time in track and field and other sports. Then we see this website. This is she1.org. This is beginning, this is not exhaustive, but it is beginning to track all of the times that female athletes have been displaced by men who claim to be women. So men are really making a mockery of Title IX right now by using an identity status to infiltrate women's sports. And for those of you who are having a gut reaction to men being in women's sports, this is an instinctual response. This response for fairness is a gut reaction. It is a primal instinct. All animals, or many animals, have this instinct. In the video, Tino tries to claim that men who are on hormone suppressants somehow have lowered their testosterone levels to be competitive with women because they are now weaker men. They should be able to compete with women. Well, one, it is not true. The testosterone hormone levels in men who take testosterone suppressants is still far higher than women. Their testosterone levels are much, much higher than women. But let's just say even if men could reduce their testosterone, it still doesn't account for their other male physical advantages: larger heart, larger lungs, better heat dissipation, better blood oxygenation, and again, bone structure, broader shoulders, different hips, different Q angle for running. And the last point that I really want to make about this: all elite women who are competing at those elite levels, they have done everything in their life to hone themselves. So men who purposefully reduce their physical capacity, so they are purposefully suppressing their physical advantages, this does not create a fair playing field. It simply makes a mockery of the women who are doing everything they can to heighten their physical advantage. If I tie my arm behind my back so that I can play little league with children, the fact that I have hindered my own performance does not then make it fair for me to play with children. It simply makes a mockery of what those kids have done to hone their own physical performance. So this entire video that Lily has made is a manipulation to persuade us not to be responsive to our own instincts, not to see what we see, which is men in women's sports. Just because a man has claimed a new identity does not make it fair for him to play sports with women. And very last point that I want to make: women created teams to play with our bodies. We did not create hormone teams. We did not create lady brain teams. We did not create lady identity teams. We do not need teams to play for identity purposes. We are not all of the same identity in the first place. Most female athletes are themselves very non-conforming. So this argument is a moot point. So don't fall for the manipulations. Don't fall for the empathy traps. Men's teams are open to all men of any claimed identity. No men are losing an opportunity to play. No boys are losing an opportunity to play sports. No boys or men have been banned from sports. That's a manipulation. All boys and men are welcome to play of any, quote, gender identity. They can play on male teams. Males can play on male teams. Females can play on female teams. This is fair. All right. Please leave comments for anything else you want me to cover. I'm trying to cover all the things that people mentioned to me. If you would like to follow me for more, go to my Substack, which is www.theknownheretic.com. Thank you so much.